literally the best cinematic event in the history of cinematic events.
Okay.
Have fun, alright.
I mean, talk about fantastic. I'm wearing the socks, the hat, the bow tie.
Hey, it's Bowtie, and I hope you guys have seen the thumbnail for this video as well as read the title, because I watched Avengers Endgame and I cried so much. There were so many emotions that went through my head, a lot of highs, a lot of lows, and so I figured I'd make a video about my thoughts about Endgame. And with that being said, even though the Russo brothers explained that it's okay to talk about spoilers now, I'm still going to tell you companions who haven't watched Avengers Endgame that there will be spoilers in this video. Spoilers. 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 Spoilers, 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 spoilers. There will be spoilers. Wait, what video are you recording? Endgame review? Don't forget to mention spoilers in the beginning of the video. We don't want to lose any subscribers. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. What? I already did that, you don't have to worry about it. I'm watching you. Okay. Anyway, my first thought. Now, if you're still watching this video and you haven't watched Endgame and you care about spoilers, there will be spoilers right now. I'm still shook about Tony's death. Oh my gosh. I did not prepare myself enough.
I need to mentally and emotionally and physically prepare myself for what Brendan and I are gonna do, because I don't think I'm ready for Endgame. That's why I need to prepare myself.
If you haven't had the chance to watch my video, I watched Endgame twice. You can check it out by clicking here. However, I bawled like a baby both times. And for some reason, I did not know that Iron Man's death was going to affect me that much.
I'm kind of hoping that he dies, to be honest.
Little did I know, I was so wrong.
I like Iron Man as a character specifically because his character development is so incredibly thought out and planned. Because he goes from being, you know, a careless playboy, whatever, to being a really self-sacrifice. Like, he literally sacrificed his life knowingly for the entire human race. Actually, no, 50% of all life, should I say. So that's some character development right there, and it really hit home. Especially when his daughter was just like, I want a cheeseburger. And then I cried even more. I'm tearing up right now about it, so I apologize if I cry in this video. Talking about Tony Stark's death is going to make me cry. Anyway, now that we've got that out in the open, let's talk about smaller things, because I want to like build up. I just had to get that off my chest so I could begin this properly. Now, there were a few things that I wasn't actually expecting, like Captain America picking up Thor's hammer. Hello. That was cool. I mean, I always thought that he was actually able to. I was actually kind of confused when he first picked it up. I was like, wait, that's not Thor. And then I was like, Captain America, hello. Brendan and I, we had that same oh my gosh moment, like distinctly. Both times we went to see it, like we both turned to each other and were like, oh my gosh. And I read an article or something like that online about like what made him worthy as opposed to Age of Ultron, I believe is when he tries picking it up. And it was something along the lines of Civil War telling Tony that his parents were killed by Bucky, and he knew that, but then didn't tell him, but then once he told him, then he was worthy again. Another thing that I wasn't expecting was the Grey Hulk, and I was like, this is a possible thing, and that what? Why hasn't this been mentioned before? So I'm really hoping that we see more of that, because that was actually kind of fun. And I actually kind of want to see more like of the Hulk, because I don't really know much about the Hulk. So yeah, those two things got me like shook. I was like, damn, this is so cool. One thing that did confuse me was the fact that Nebula shot her younger self, which I know like whatever, time travel and like, I don't know, it was just weird. I didn't understand like how she wasn't fading away into existence, because I knew that they said that if you do something in the past, then that doesn't really alter your future or whatever, because that was the premise, and it was basically Back to the Future is BS. And I'm like, well, I guess that kind of makes sense though. So yeah, the split, skewed timeline or whatever, I guess is what she would go back to. I don't know, I'm not sure. All I know is that when Tony snapped, I'm assuming that just canceled all the bad stuff out and like renewed everything. However, I will say I called all of the deaths. I called all of them.
Captain America, Tony Stark, and Black Widow. Those are the ones that I can
remember. Captain America, Black Widow, and Iron Man, all of them. However, I didn't expect Black Widow to die. Like, I didn't make the connection first time watching it. Brendan did. She was gonna sacrifice herself for the Soul Stone. Like, before then. Like, obviously I got it when they were like fighting to sacrifice themselves. But when they were like paired up in teams to get the Soul Stone, I didn't like click it in my mind because I was focused more on like, the overall action. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're time traveling. This is cool. And speaking of the whole time travel thing, when Thanos like comes back from 2014 to like, you know, end them, how did none of them die in that rubble? Like, honestly, that's what I want to know. That's like one of the most unrealistic things. And this has time travel in it. Keep in mind, my brain is everywhere right now, so I'm probably not even, like, I should have written down points before I started this video. I'm kind of just nitpicking things from my brain, which I found really interesting in the movie. By the way, before I continue, I'd like to know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below if you've watched Endgame, which if you've gotten this far in the video, you should have. Just saying. That's what I was going to talk about next, was Thanos. Now, normally, you know, like, when you think of a villain, you think of, like, Voldemort, or like, you know, someone of evil power. However, Thanos was a likable villain. I don't know, he was very relatable. Like, he had a moral cause for doing what he does instead of just doing it because, I don't know, he just wanted to prove himself right, basically, to his own race, which is dead. But what he didn't realize is the fact that humans repopulate in times of crisis, and losing half of the life in the universe, yeah, that's a time of crisis. Because you can always rebuild. What you can't do is have enough room when you're overpopulated. So what Thanos technically could have done is kept the Infinity Gauntlet and nurtured them instead of killing half of the universe. You know what I mean? I mean, it'd probably be a lot of energy, but like, he has the Infinity Gauntlet. He could literally do that with Time Stone and whatnot, and like just live forever, looking after the universe, making sure everybody's accommodated. And that was my thought at the end of Endgame. I was like, you know, if he would have just not destroyed the stones and just like been a nurturer, that plan might have actually worked. Thanos obviously dies, decapitated, and then he gets snapped away. Honestly though, that was like the best moment in the movie, was when he was like, you could say that scene blew me away. If you like bad puns, please subscribe to this channel, because this channel is full of them. Oh, and now I'm just imagining the saddest part of the movie. Right as Tony's about to die, and Pepper's just like, it's okay, you can rest. But before that, then his adopted son, I guess, aka Peter Parker, is just like, no, don't leave. And then I'm just like, ah! It's the reverse. Instead of him dying and then Tony being sad, he's dying and Peter's being sad. So I bawled like a baby during that scene. That's when my entire body was just taken over by an overwhelming emotion called depression. Well, actually, okay, not that advanced, but like low-key almost. He died knowing that he saved the universe. Oh, and then at the funeral, the freaking Tony's funeral. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna rant about his death. This is my therapy right now. Like, can I just take a moment to like say that Tony's funeral was just so sad? And again, keep in mind that he's been, has he had the most movies? I feel like Iron Man's had the most movies, or at least has been in most of the movies. When it showed the thing floating, his little piece that says proof that Tony Stark has a heart, that made me cry, because then I thought of the scene where he's like struggling to survive in the first Iron Man movie, and I'm just like, I want to die, because this is emotional, and I'm just remembering that scene, plus his death, and it's like, he's grown so much as a character, and I'm gonna freaking cry again. Hold on. And we're back to your regularly scheduled programming. Literally the best cinematic event in the history of cinematic events. And that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to click that like button to let me know. It means a lot. And I want to thank you for taking your time to watch this video, as most of my videos have been recently. But that's because I have so much to share with you guys, okay? I like to share with you guys. The more open I am, the happier everyone is. Am I right, or am I right? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should keep some opinions to myself. But, you know, life goes on. Except for Tony Stark. Rest in peace. A random number is calling me from Los Angeles, California. I don't know anyone from California. If you're new to this channel, I'd love to have you back, so consider subscribing and click the notification bell so you can stay updated on the latest content I have to offer. You can check out my latest video by clicking here. My social medias are right there, and I have a playlist of all the videos that I've made right there. I hope you have a fan-freaking-tastic day, and stay cool, companions.